Hi. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and talk about somatic exercise. What is it? What is feminine fitness? It used to be intuitive movement integration. Well, it was originally intuitive movement. That's when it started in 2014. And I was at an all-time challenge going through a separation with a toddler, and I wanted to get myself off the couch. I really needed to get myself off the couch. It was dead of winter, and I've had a lifetime of dancing. Lifetime of dancing. As soon as I could walk, I was dancing, and dancing has always saved my soul. Music, dancing. Whenever I just couldn't take it anymore, I would just put on some music, let off some steam, and I didn't understand why it always made me feel so much better because movement moves the energy. And when I went to massage school from 2009 to 2011, got intensive education about anatomy, physiology, energy, Chinese medicine, Chinese theory, traditional Chinese medicine, also known as TCM. It was basically a prep for acupuncture if we so desired, because it was also an acupuncture school. So very heavy on the meridians, and we did a lot of chakra education as well. I had no idea about that stuff back then, although I did get Reiki one attunement back then, and it was just hokey woo woo stuff to me back then. I had no clue about energy, but intuitively my body knew about somatics, because if I didn't dance, I probably would have made a lot worse decisions in my life. Um, so I developed intuitive movement, now known as feminine fitness, because I wanted something that was easy to remember, that I could teach somebody how to do so that they could get into their body, improve their posture, and learn about body mechanics, learn about how to sit. Like, it was kind of a perfect storm of awarenesses. When I started massage school in 2009, my headaches were at an all-time high. I was having massive headaches 4 or 5 times a week. And I didn't know that a lot of it had to do with how I was sitting. When I was sitting hunched over the computer, literally ahead of myself, right? Literally ahead of myself. My head was before my body. I got such horrible neck pain, and it went right up to my head. And I didn't see the connection that it was my neck and it was coming around, the I forget what they call it, radiating, where it travels, the pain. You have there's points in the musculature right through the fascia. That's where all the muscles are connected, basically. If you've ever felt yourself adjust the lower half of your body and then you feel it in your skull, okay, that's how fascia connects everything. It's kind of like a big stocking that our bodies are in. And if you've ever eaten meat, you've seen that there's like uh, that like tissue-like material that's fascia, right? So all of this to say that when I was in massage school, I went to a chiropractor, and I turned out getting an x-ray. I have advanced osteoarthritis in my neck, and he gave me a good tip. He said, put your head on top of your body as much as possible. I was like, I could do that, and just doing that with my advanced arthritis, I had a dramatic reduction in my headaches. Of course, the lights bothered me. Fluorescents are a trigger for a lot of people with headaches. But just putting my head on top of my body, that was my focus. I started reading with my books elevated. I just started this practice. So this is where it all began, was when I was in massage school. And I started to sit more upright and do my work that way. It wasn't until many years later, that I connected dietary inflammation uh, and stress, stress, inflames the body, right? So anything that inflames the body causes pain. Anyway, that's how I became a consultant. That's how I learned to integrate all that I've learned from my practice with massage and my self-awareness to how to blend it all together, how to lower inflammation, how to lower stress, how to get the body moving. That's my program stuff that I'm offering, my Unstuck Your Muck and my women's wellness program that's up the pike, not far off, which I'm really excited about. But the somatic exercise piece that I'm teaching live now at Revive and Thrive is this beautiful awareness, and it's so simple, but there's layers to it, and that's what I love about it. It's so simple, and because it's a slow pace and it's simple, it's not complicated, it's not forceful. It has divine feminine energy, which is around tuning in and not being external. So the yin principles of energy is feminine is just presence, it's stillness, right? Yang energy is motion and movement, right? So it's kind of a paradox, which is one of the reasons why I think it's really interesting. Intuitive movement takes you through animated breath. I take you through physical embodiment of breath, because a lot of people have a hard time just tuning into their breath, being still. It's too much, because it's like too much of a deep dive when you don't have a lot of practice. A lot of people who are restless, who drink a lot of coffee, who don't get a lot of sleep, whose nerves are very rattled, it's like practically impossible to sit still. So the animated breath that it starts with is to me a really beautiful way to learn how to do breath work. The somatic exercise is all about doing it, having a different approach with a different intention. The intention of feminine fitness, of somatic exercise, is tuning into how we feel and how that brings wellness into your life. How if you try to look good and bypass how you feel, you might get some results, with 6 months or 9 months. But if you don't do the inner work to maintain, you're not going to feel good. I mean, you might look good. I mean, you could certainly yo-yo and not not maintain it, because you can't maintain it. Some people get addicted to the gym and they look great, but they're a mess on the inside. you know? So my approach to feminine fitness is how to feel good on the inside and learn to love yourself as you are. And that naturally brings wellness to the mindset and wellness to the emotional being that you are. So I hope that gives you a little information about what the class is about. It's on the third Thursday of every month. It's coming up in a couple of days for the very first time at Revive and Thrive. I'm so excited. And yeah, it's relaxing, it's fun, it's connection with other people, like getting out of your isolation. There's a group dynamic. We do a really fun group exercise, and I really am excited to share it with this community, my community. I'll be here in New Milford for 10 years now, next month. So I look forward to seeing you. You're invited. And if you want more information about my other work, you'll hear all about it coming up. But thanks for listening, and I hope you got good information. Send me a message if you want some more information about my work and about the class.